Live. I'm going to say hello to everyone. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby. I am the spiritual director of Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focus Ministry. We are here today to celebrate life and warm the field of life through morning meditation. So I'm inviting you to breathe with me this morning. We have people that are here within our virtual space, and we'd love for you to experience what we're experiencing. So our theme for the next 40 days is to be intentional in terms of honoring ourselves with silence, honoring ourselves with love, and abstaining from fear, and faithing forward with courage. So I invite you to be still. When we practice stillness, we get to sort everything out that's going on around us. And in the stillness, we are inspired, we're guided, we're directed, and we are also guarded. So I invite you to move into the silence with us before I move into our spiritual reading for the day. Our reading this morning comes from 365 Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes. Today's reading is entitled Living Today. Ernest Holmes writes, "It is not the particular negative experiences we have gone through in the past that destroys our happiness, but rather our emotional reaction to those experiences carried in the reservoir of memory. Many people suffer defeat without having really been defeated. Others succumb to the first time anything goes wrong. It is one of the aims of psychosomatic medicine, analytical psychology, and psychiatry to drain out the negative emotional reactions to previous experiences. There is just as real an infection of the mind as there is of any part of our physical body. Almost invariably, our negative reaction to life, our unhappiness, and perhaps most of our physical disorders are based on unhappy experiences that are buried alive in our memories. But yesterday can have no reality to us other than as our reaction to it. It can have no real existence of its own in today other than as the lengthened shadow of yesterday. And so it is that as the impulsions of yesterday are carried over in today, making today happy or disconsolate, so that the reaction of today are prophetic of what we will experience tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not arrived. And I live in an eternal presence filled with an everlasting good. There is nothing unhappy or morbid in my consciousness. I have no fear of yesterday, nor do I anticipate tomorrow with anything other than enthusiastic expectation. Everything good in my experience will create my future. I have no fear in looking forward or backwards, but realize that the eternal day in which I now live today is big with hope, fulfilled with love, and life well lived. Tomorrow will provide its own blessing. And our reading comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 23. Be ye renewed in the spirit of your mind. I invite you to sit with those words this morning. And as you're sitting, I invite you to anchor in the space of love. Our reading this morning comes from 365, Science of Mind, a year of daily wisdom from Ernest Holmes. Today's reading is entitled Living Today. It is not the particular negative experiences we have gone through in the past that destroy our happiness, but rather our emotional reaction to those experiences carried in the reservoir of our memory. Many people suffer complete defeat without having really been defeated. Others succumb the first time anything goes wrong. It is one of the aims of psychosomatic medicine, analytical psychology, and psychiatry to drain out the negative emotional reactions to previous experiences. There is just as real an infection of the mind as there is in any part of our physical body. Almost invariably, our negative reactions to life, our unhappiness, and perhaps most of our physical disorders are based on unhappy experiences that are buried alive in our memories. But yesterday can have no reality to us other than as our reaction to it. It can have no real existence of its own in today other than as the lengthened shadows of yesterday. And so it is that as the impulsions of yesterday are carried over into today, making today happy or disconsolate, or the reaction of today are prophetic of what we will experience tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not arrived. And I live in an eternal present filled with an everlasting good. There is nothing unhappy or morbid in my experience. I have no fear of yesterday, nor do I anticipate tomorrow with anything other than the enthusiastic reaction. Everything good in my experience will create my future. I have no fear in looking forward or looking backward, but realizing the eternal day in which I now live. Today is big with hope, fulfilled with love and life, a life well lived. Tomorrow will provide its own blessing. Our reading comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 23. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. I'm inviting us to simply breathe this morning. And as we breathe, we move into the space of the heart. And as we move into the space of the heart this morning, we anchor, acknowledging the power of the divine presence, knowing that it is alive, it is fully orbed right where we are, that as we warm the field of life with our attention and our intentions, I know that good unfolds. What I'm knowing right now is that the power and the strength of joy is alive, fully present, right where I am. I'm acknowledging it everywhere, within everyone and everything. And it is this joy and this presence that we embrace in this day. We acknowledge it and allow it to go before and prepare the way. So in this very moment, right here, right now, we abstain from this thing we call fear. We release it. We let it go into its native nothingness. For we know that there is a power greater that uplifts and inspires. And it is this presence that we keep our minds, our hearts stayed on in this moment. And in this moment, we know that the inspirations of the infinite feels itself in practical ways. And we give thanks for being present in this moment, knowing harmony and love, knowing the presence as the divine light. And I acknowledge that light right now within each and every one of us as the source of our joy, as the source that is soul satisfying, as that divine beneficial energy within our body temple, the beneficial energy known as perfect health, as that divine splendid presence within all of our relationships, as that divine presence that is so fulfilling in our creative expression and the way we show up in seva in the world. We acknowledge this power, and we know that this same power that we speak of right here and right now, it is fully present within our finances and within every part of our life. There is not a spot it is not. And I'm knowing that this grace, this goodness, feels itself and it expresses itself in a divine way through each and every one of us and everything we encounter today. And we know it all is good. So with gratitude, we simply release these words right now and affirm. And so it is, and now it is. Amen, Amen, and Ashe.
And so it is.
Mm,
And so it is.
And so it
Amen,
is.
Ashe, and Aho.
mm. So what I want to say, the thing that comes up for me is spirit brings a smile to my face. And the reason it brings a smile to my face is I'm grateful for technology and its right use. I'm going to say it that way. And when I say right use, the blessing is that we're able to bring this technology to you wherever you're at. Used to be, people would have to get up, they would have to go and drive and be in a physical space with each other. And I'm going to say, I love those wonderful opportunities also and look forward to them. And I'm so grateful that we can just roll out of bed and come and be here with our morning meditation just to set the tone. So I thank everyone, those that are out there on YouTube right now. Thank you. We're inviting you to come back. We are here and we do morning meditations 6 days a week at 7 o'clock. And if you go to our website, seatfm.org, you'll be able to find out more about us. And we have a link tree link there. You can download the app also, and it will give you a schedule of all of our activities. I have some news for everybody today. We will be dark with our sound meditation today. I received a text from Jim this morning, early this morning. He has a call to be in Seva, that's in selfless service, with something that is unfolding within his community. We stand in the place and show up as a beneficial presence. He says we will be back on schedule next Thursday at 12 noon. So I'm inviting you all to have a blessed day. I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube people.